Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to Chatting with Chantel. It's your girl, Chantel. We're back. Another episode in the year of 2023, season 5. We are back. We are still being intentional and purposefully driven. Everything that we're doing is on purpose. We are staying the course. We are walking with our eyes wide open, and we are focused on the Father. We thank God for another day, another opportunity, another work week. I hope everybody is enjoying their work week despite this crazy weather that we've been having, that it has not dampen anything that's going on. All the plans that you may have, I hope they are beginning to fulfill themselves on the daily. I hope you're excited about everything that's getting ready to transpire in this new year. I hope that your mind is made up, that everything that I desire to do, everything that I want to do, everything that I have even inquired about begins to open up and reveal itself to you. That's what I hope. I hope that all of your goals and your aspirations, that they begin to come to pass. I hope that everyone's family begins to come back together and bond and love on one another. I hope that healing begins to take place in this entire world, because that's what the world needs in this moment, is a healing. It needs love. It needs to know that God still has his hand upon everything and everyone. Welcome to you all. It's just so good to be able to chime in and to be able to share. I'm excited each and every time that I get to come on. So wherever you're listening from, please make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know where you're listening from. Let me know what your thoughts are. Feel free to inbox me. I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I have an email address that is bookaprilskinner@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know what your thoughts are. Also, we have a YouTube channel. It's called Chatting with Chantel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button, and you will know every time that there's a new podcast. And in almost less than 45 days, there will be video footage, and we are excited on this year. Can't wait to see all of that begin to unfold. But just make sure you stay tuned. Want to thank everybody that's continuing to listen, download, share. Want to thank everybody that continues to comment and send messages that just reminding me to continue to be authentically myself, continue to be different, continue to be a force to be reckoned with. Thank you for the constructive criticism. Thank you for pushing me to step into my next, or thank you for those that doubted me and that give me a reason to keep going. Thank you. Just thank you. I'm appreciative for everything, but most of all, I thank God for each and every one of you that are listening. And I stopped in just for a moment because I wanted to share just an experience that I experienced in my devotion and in spending time with God. And what happened, it was so phenomenal. It was so moving. It was touching. And I just wanted to share, because what people don't understand is the power that is in prayer and how much prayer is needed in your life. Every time you turn around, or every time you're doing something, or you need some just sound wisdom, the best and the safest place to go is to God in prayer. Prayer has changed my life. Prayer has covered my children. It's covered my family. It's covered my friends. It's covered those that are sick and depending on just hearing a word. It's covered those that don't even know me, that our prayers are covering them. And that's just how powerful prayer is. But just in this moment, this is what I experienced, and how wonderful it was to just be in this place. Today I prayed. I woke up this morning and peace filled the room. I woke up this morning and my day and all that I had to do, it made sense. I can't even remember what I dreamed because my last conversation was with God, asking for a peace that passes all understanding. My mind was all over the place, so I needed the prayer that His will would be perfected in me. I prayed and He heard me, and He is working it out for my good. In the midst of the peace, I began to talk to the orchestrator of it all, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Overwhelmed by His goodness, grace, and mercy, I thanked Him and began to call Him every name that gave Him reverence. Jehovah, Yahweh, Rose of Sharon, Alpha and Omega, my King, my Father, my everything, my comforter, my shield and my buckler, my confidant, Emmanuel, Lord of lords, King of kings. I called Him Jesus. I knew I had His attention as a blanket of His sovereignty engulfed where I knelt. This moment was different. This moment was overwhelming. In this moment that I often spend with Him, it was a time of reassurance that He is with me and working it out for my good. Today, I prayed. The time that is normally spent praying and seeking Him on the behalf of others, myself, my family, my friends, my job, our going and our coming, turned into an intimate encounter that began to restore and repair that which had been broken. Like I previously said, prior to laying down, my mind was all over the place. My thoughts, thinking so much, racing back and forth. Thoughts of doubt, thoughts of things to do, list, people, places, things. But today, I prayed. I prayed and He heard me. I heard Him. I felt Him. And I needed Him in this moment. I prayed and He responded with everything. And in that moment, no sooner than I heard the word, me, every worry, every insecurity, every ounce of frustration and feelings of lack, they left. Chilled with this feeling, I embraced me, wrapping my arms around myself tight, trying to hold on to this moment because it was so reassuring. It was so promising. But most of all, it was my safe space. Not wanting to let go, but with a soft whisper, He responded, I'll be with you for always. Today, I prayed. Today I prayed and He happened. He heard me. He embraced me. He repaired that which was broken. And now I have a peace and a calmness that I need to begin again, to continue walking in the abundance and the fullness thereof. Today, I prayed. I prayed and He heard me. You see, a lot of times people don't understand the results of prayer. In your day-to-day going and coming from the time you hit the floor in the morning to the time you lay down at night. So many things are going on around us. So many people are tugging. So many people are talking. And very, how would I say it? Very, so many times we forget about talking to God. We talk to everybody else. We make sure everybody is okay. And we don't understand that so many if we just give that time to Him and pray, talk to Him, the things that God will begin to do. I needed peace. I needed reassurance. I needed a healing that I know I would have never gotten had I would have looked to man. But because God knew my heart, He knows every intention. He knows every move. He knows every desire. He gave me what I needed so that I could continue, so that I wouldn't doubt myself, so that I wouldn't talk myself out of doing what it was that He's given me. In that prayer, in that moment that I began to speak with Him, if I could only put it into words, the calmness and the peace that I had when I sat up that morning from praying that prayer, and how He began to speak to me. A lot of times we're always talking to God and we're asking God and we're worshiping and we're in our moment, but it's in the silence when He begins to speak, and it is so calming, it's soothing, it'll bring you to tears, and sometimes that's just what we need. But most importantly, prayer changes things. The many things that was going on through my mind, I didn't even know how they would work themselves out, how was to go forward. But something about the relationship that I have with God, I know if I go to Him and I continue to talk with Him and I continue to let Him lead me and guide me, He will always respond, and He'll always give me what to say, what to do, where to go. And in that moment I prayed and I asked God that I need You in this moment. We're only 3 days in, God, and this is how I'm feeling. We're only 3 days in, and I feel like I'm by myself, but I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to have these thoughts. So God, I need You to help me. And He heard me. I prayed the prayer. I was sincere. I meant it. And He knew. See, God knows when we ask Him for things, He knows if we actually need it or we're just going through the routine of whatever it is. But He knew I needed it in that moment. And He heard me. And that was so special to me. Did you pray today? Did you take the time to spend with God? Did you take the time to give Him what He needs to orchestrate your day, your week, your moment, your time, your workplace, your home, your children? Did you pray? Prayer changes things. Prayer speaks big, and it intercedes on our behalf. Prayer is powerful. And you'll never understand until you develop a prayer life of your own. Did you pray today? Today, I prayed. I prayed, and He heard me. That's just what I wanted to share with you guys on this morning. As you begin to start your day, as you're moving throughout your day, pray. Ask God to lead you and guide you. Ask God to be there, to comfort you, to protect you, to shield you. Ask God to be that voice of reason, to be that sound wisdom, to be your guide. to be the healer that you need, and whatever it is. It doesn't have to be sickness all the time. A lot of times it can just be an area that is an area in your life that's causing pain or causing you to think or feel a certain type of way. God, I want healing in this area. If you ask him and you're sincere, if you ask him and you're obedient, if you ask him and you do exactly what he tells you, I promise you he'll answer. Thank you so much for listening on this morning. I pray that you all have a wonderful, wonderful work day. Don't forget that everything that we're doing is intentional and purposefully driven. And don't forget, wherever you go, wherever you're doing, stop and pray. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.